Hello and welcome to the Tottenham programme, episode 9. Paul, episode 9. It's the last of single figures.
Nice. How are you, mate? You good?
Yeah, I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, all good. Yeah. Good. Survived the storm.
Yeah. Well, I've swum here today in my canoe, so so I'm all right. Just a quick one, catch up on the week, mate.
Yeah.
Do you watch much of the football throughout the week?
But Spurs, you mean, or?
No, we didn't play, did we? It's Newcastle City and Chelsea Arsenal.
I did, yeah. I sort of cool. I prefer to watch Traitors than watch Arsenal, if truth be told. So I never watched that. I did watch the City game.
Yep.
How
shit was VAR, by the way?
Well, this is it. That's the only takeaway. A decent game, but yeah, VAR, mate. That was disgraceful, wasn't it? What was it, like 7 minutes? 7 minutes, was it?
I think it was 5, but
Crazy, mate. Crazy.
Even still, I can't see how it's offside.
But look, whether it's offside or not, and I'm with you. I just don't know how they can justify taking that long.
That's ridiculous.
Honestly, it's killing the game. And, we've said it many a times, you're at a game there and you score a goal and you have that initial burst, but then you sort of calm down quicker than you normally would. And you're like, oh, hold on, check.
I do find I'm different at home to, like, when I'm in the stadium, when we score, I'm jumping up and I'm cheering. When I'm at home, when we score, I sit there and I'm sometimes motionless. Like, I might have a little fist pump, but then I'm thinking to myself, what are they going to find to disallow this?
Yeah, well, I think when you're at home, you get the replays immediately, don't you? Where in the stadiums, you don't.
Yeah.
Fist pump, you mean celebrating a goal, yeah? Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what you meant. So go on, let's carry on.
No, I do mean just a little fist pump, and then I suddenly sort of calm myself down straight away, almost immediately, and think, hang on a minute, they will find something here to rule it out.
Yeah, it's bollocks, mate. It's a load of bollocks, honestly. It's, and you know what? I will go back to it evens itself out over a season. Do you remember that saying?
It don't.
But no. I'm not talking about VAR. I'm talking about without VAR.
Now, right, yeah.
Some you get, some you don't. Weren't a penalty, but next week you get a penalty. We probably one of the ones that will have benefited from VAR more than any club when the Pedro Mendes goal went in. Because that season, if you remember, we lost the top 4 by 1 point, and it was the Lasagna Gate.
Yeah.
So you think VAR is it's just ruining the game. Goal line technology, I'm all for.
Yeah.
Because that's quick. There's a chip in the ball. It's got over the line. Bosh. So, but VAR is just it's like toes offside.
No, but the thing is, like, even like abroad and in Champions League, you see that they use automated VAR.
It's automated, yeah. It's a lot quicker, yeah.
And like for offside, and it's done within like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, if you're taking 5 minutes to work out if it's offside or not, give the goal. What happened to give the striker the benefit of the doubt?
Yeah, and biggest league in the world, why can't we have that technology over here? But look, I would quite happily scrap it and just, let
I'd scrap it. I'd 100% scrap it, but they're not going to. And if they are insistent on sticking with it, then what I would just ask is get some ex-professionals in there.
There's been calls for that.
Someone that's played the game, because these people that are making these decisions are fucking idiots.
Yeah, you say that though, mate. You say that, and I'm all for that. You watch the uproar when, Martin Keown's doing an offside one and it's Spurs against Villa. And
but just like referees can't referee games of teams that they support or are going to affect teams that they support, that's got to work the same with ex-professionals too.
Yeah, I know, but I think it can get complicated then. But look, I'm just scrap it, mate.
It don't even have to be higher level professionals. It could be from League 2.
There could be a world. There could be a world in a few years. We don't even need a ref. You just get AI to ref it.
I'd rather scrap it, go back to as it was. As you say, like some weeks you get something, some weeks you don't. But it just feels at the minute like, I've always felt this, unless it's against Man City, we don't get VAR decisions.
No, but
We,
how
we've had
about the
good luck
one
against Man City, but
when they?
every time it goes to VAR, like, it never goes in our favour.
No, it's every time a ref gives something and they're told, and it's forget Tottenham, and they're told to go over to the screen. How many times does a ref go? No, actually,
Never
no.
overturn it. Never.
No, do you know what? I'm going to stick by what I did. You know,
Yeah.
no, pen, ban the pen.
Yeah.
They never do. They always overturn it. It's like being told on the job, no,
That's
you did that
wasting even
wrong.
more time though, isn't it, Paul? Like,
Yeah. It's
if you're going to give what the
good game.
VAR is telling you anyway, just fucking give it. Don't run over to the screen, then spend 5 minutes watching that, and
No,
then
good joke.
reverse it. Like, just give it. I
Yeah,
don't
mate,
know.
scrap it. Scrap it.
Anyway, on to Tottenham, away
Yeah.
from the fucking refs. I want to know something. You went to the Villa game, didn't you?
hmm
What did you eat
What did I eat? I had
on the way? Yeah. What's like your pre-game sort of route? Do you eat at the same
no,
places, stuff like that, or
no,
do you mix it
no,
up?
not really, mate. It all depends. Sometimes I don't eat, if the truth be told. But this particular game, I had, and I don't even know where this has come from, by the way, a £9 hot dog.
£9.
£9, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Like even the burgers are now like they're going 9.50s. You know,
What'd
it's
you get with it though?
I just onion and mustard and a bit of ketchup and obviously some bread.
They've
So,
seen you coming, haven't they?
I think they've seen everyone come in. What I tend to do, if I can, like if it all depends if I'm getting beard up, is if I can wait until after the game and you're on your way back to Seven Sisters, if you go to them then, because they're obviously shutting up and they've got loads of, you almost get them for like whatever you've got on you. Sorry, I've only got £4. Yeah, go on then. You know, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
tend to do that, but yeah, nothing exciting, mate. Just a hot dog. Warm the cockles up.
Just hot dog, right. Okay, so before we get on to the game,
Oh yeah,
special kit.
yeah.
So, obviously it's to remember the FA Cup win back in the early, God, I haven't even got the year. I've forgot to write the year down. Was it 1901?
1901, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, still the only non-league club to win the FA Cup. What did you
Yeah.
think of the kit?
I love the kit, mate. Yeah, I didn't know it was they were doing anything. I'm not sure if you did. So I never knew
I
that.
saw it on the Friday, yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. So when they come out, I was pleasantly shocked. I thought it was a really beautiful kit. To be fair, no,
£150 worth? That's just
DH
for the
gate.
top, by the way.
Yeah, DH gate. Bosh.
DH Gate, yeah, 15 quid. I ordered mine on the Friday from DH
Yes.
Gate. But,
So yeah, apparently they sold out pretty quickly. Not DH gate, the club. Apparently
well,
they've
the
sold
club
out.
only released 1,901 shirts
Yeah.
because of the 1901. So
Yeah.
they did sell out very quick. But straight away, they was on eBay. So you obviously had people buying them and then reselling them and they was going for like 400 quid.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Um,
Yeah,
but I'll tell
really,
you
really
what I
nice stuff.
really loved about it. Obviously, it's nice we had the FA Cup red on it, but it's nice not to have the red of the logo
Mm,
or even the Nike tick. It was just nice having it plain and clean. But what I
mm,
really loved about it was no names on the back and the numbers looked like, I know they wasn't stitched on, but they was made to look like they were stitched on, like they would have been in the old days. And
mm.
mate, there's something in that. There's really
Yeah.
something. I love that.
No, I thought the basicness of it was really nice. I thought it was, just a nice little touch and just a bit of, a bit of kudos to, the owners really, because I think they have started to do nice little touches like that. Go back to, the tifos of last year, and I know it's not much, but the scarves away
Yeah,
and such things, things they've done for the fans and
they
that.
are
Well,
trying. I think they
Yeah.
get a lot of stick because obviously the situation that we're in and people feel that not a lot has changed since Levy's left. What I would say is that it's never going to change that quickly. It's going to take time. And I think that from this summer onwards, it'll be a year of Levy gone. With everyone that Vinay is getting in place, including this new guy yesterday who's coming in to be director of football operations, and the marketing guys and everyone else that have come in. Like that marketing guy that was confirmed back in September, he can't start until March. So they're not even at the club, a lot of these appointments. So I don't really think you're going to see a real change until probably this summer break, like at the end of this season.
Yeah, look, we're not there day to day, so we can't really see what change looks like. But what I would say is these little touches are
But
nice.
even head of communications, Paul, lady that's come from the cricket board, she doesn't start until April. Like, so I think we've got 6 people that Vinay has brought over that haven't yet started at the club.
Yeah, they'll probably all start and fucking Vinay will be gone.
But
Start
what
again.
I'm saying is that you're not going to see that change until these people are in their positions.
Yeah, look, and whether we see that change anyway, because the marketing guy and stuff like that, we probably won't really see that. You know, I was actually thinking the other day about the concerts, and I'm thinking, oh fuck me, this is slowed down a bit. Because if you realise, we had some big names playing, but then they announced that K-pop group the other day, which is apparently going to be huge because they're massive.
Mate, my girls are into K-pop.
Yeah, so it's like look, I've seen subtle changes, and you know, like I said, with the scarves and the little communications and whatnot, and we'll go on to obviously the signing we made recently, which is again coming away from the norm for Spurs. But yeah, mate, look, well, it is what it is. You know, I was never a Levy out completely anyway, as you know.
Yeah.
But no, look, it's little touches like that. The kit. You know, for me, it's a nice little touch.
Yeah. No, it is. Okay, so on to the lineup, mate. Just to remind, so it's Vicario, Porro, Danso, obviously Romero suspended, Van der Ven and Ben Davis. Palhinha and Gray sit in with Odebert, Xavi, Tell behind Richarlison. The one thing I was surprised about this lineup, I thought Kingsley was going to get a run out. But he didn't. Was there anything that you thought may be slightly different, or was that pretty much as expected?
Yeah, pretty much expected, mate. It was nice to see the bench, seeing Solanke back on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And your doggy.
Andy Doggy, yes. Yeah, lineup was pretty standard, mate. Yeah, no shocks for me. Maybe Kinski, as you said.
Well, there are reports that he's not happy with lack of playing time. I think he's had 180 minutes this season, and that he wants to move. Whether that's a loan move or a permanent move, I don't know. But he should, for me, he should be getting cup games. If he ain't going to be playing European football, which obviously is Champions League, I think if it is Europa League, he'd probably be getting minutes. But if he ain't going to be getting any minutes in the league or any minutes in European, the least you could do is give him cup games.
Yeah.
I was surprised. But then I think that also tells me that Frankie does feel the pressure because he's gone as full strength as he possibly can. I think managers tend to do that when they feel the pressure.
Yeah, or they want to, you know, go far in the competition. But I'm sure he does feel the pressure. He's got, you know, he's not deaf.
Now, first half performance. Talk to me because you was there. How was it?
Mate, look, it was frustrating, if I'm honest. It was, it was just one of them. We huffed and puffed at times, but it just weren't great. Look, I'm not for Spurs are perfect and we have to play the perfect 90 minutes. And so for that, I'll say on record, I've heard loads of chatter and let's just give credit. The second Villa goal was brilliant.
Yeah.
The back heel, the touch, if Javi does that, brilliant. So just like, you know, some Spurs fans just need to fucking relax and just say, look, that was a quality bit of football. However, we just didn't lay a glove on them first half, and you know, we almost looked tired, scared even, and that's not good enough. But
I would go as far to say, watching from home, so obviously I wasn't there, not bothered. That's what it looked like to me from the players, not bothered.
yeah, just like sort of froze, mate. If I'm honest, there was only the only bit really was it was like almost Simmons was just like, oh, do you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah.
And he went on one of them runs, and I think he played the ball through
Muani, I think that was
the
a disallowed
Mawani,
goal, wasn't it?
just slightly offside or offside. But yeah, apart from that, mate, yeah, just I want to say not bother. Well, I hope not. Fucking hell, but yeah, just
It looked it to
gra-
me. They,
rabbit caught
they
in
were
their headline.
strolling around, didn't look bothered.
Yeah,
And I agree with you on the second Villa goal. That's just, you've got to hold your hands up. It was a brilliant goal. But the first goal for me, from a Villa viewpoint, obviously you're going to be saying, what a ball from Tillemans has split that whole team to shreds. But from a Tottenham viewpoint,
yeah,
that
yeah.
cannot happen. That was
Just get
straight
close.
down the middle.
Yeah, just get closer to him as well. Yeah, you're right. It can't happen. You know, it was a good ball, but that first goal can be avoided. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it can. Definitely.
Um, and then, you know, I'm sitting there thinking, we look tired, we look shot, and then in my mind, I'm thinking, look, you know, we're using the same sort of 13, 14 players every week because of, you know, the one or two injuries that we have got. And then the second half, it's just like, we just come out, chest out, you know, Paulinho leading from the front, getting stuck in, and we just look like a completely different team.
Yeah, we did. And I think it was Paulinho. It was also Xavi, I think, the second half.
Yeah.
Those two just led us and set the tempo.
Yeah, like you said it earlier in the week when we had a little chat. But Xavi, like just every time we had the ball, like give me it,
Yeah.
trying for it, wanting it. Paulinho just going round like,
And it's the first game I've seen Xavi doing that, by the way. I've seen it in
yeah,
flashes, but that second half performance, he was showing for the ball
like the
every
tennis
single
ball.
time.
Yeah. Paulinho just GBHing people, like honestly. But I was so proud of him because he weren't like, I never thought he was on the cusp of losing his head like a Romero has done lately. I thought it was quite controlled, and it certainly got the fans like right behind him.
Well, I don't know if you remember, in Angie's first season, we went away to Fulham and I think we lost 3-0. And every time Maddison got the ball, Paulinho went through on him. Now, the ref gave a free kick every time, so he saw it. And I remember thinking to myself, how's this bloke not got a yellow card? And he went all the way to the 87th minute before he got a yellow card, and Maddison went off injured. And it's that game where I realised he's just on the cusp with every tackle, but no tackle is bad enough for a yellow.
Yeah, yeah. He loves it, mate. Honestly, yeah, so proud of him. I was really chuffed with the reaction of the fans as well. So I started to leave in terms of like just, you know, you're over about the concourse and just before the final whistle goes because we don't want to get, you know, swamped. So I stayed and I heard the reaction, and you know, while you heard a few boos, it was mostly positive because I do think we're a fair fan base. You know, if you put in a shift and show a little bit of effort and graft, which is basic, really.
That come across on telly, mate.
Yeah, yeah,
It sounded like applause, not like very, very muted boos. I think the distraction of the melee that happens at the Villa end helped because it sort of got our fans up as well for the fight, wanting to protect our players. But I think our fans ultimately appreciated that second half. They put all they could in. And with the quality of players that we've got, because of the amount of injuries that we've got, sometimes you have to sit back and just say, well, look, the better team won and you've done all you can. That first half was not acceptable and they was rightly booed off after that first half performance. But that second half just goes to show that if you put 110% in, we'll accept that. We can accept losing. We can. We don't like it, but we can accept it if we know you've put a shift in and you've tried your absolute best. And that second half went to, it proves that for me.
Yeah, but how silly do you feel saying that though? Because that's the bare minimum. It's like me going to work and being like,
It is, but that's the bare minimum for every team. That's not just Tottenham.
I'm not going to respond to any emails today. I'm not going to do my job properly. You see what I mean? But we've been used to getting slapped up and losing without laying a glove. We'll go back to the Arsenal game. So yeah, just as a bare minimum, we want to see that. But the fact that we're, applauding that shows, how far we've dropped really. But no, you're right. They deserved, they deserved, some credit for that second half performance.
Yeah, definitely. Anything else to add on the Villa game?
No, not really, mate. I got home in one piece, which is all good. I had a little cheeky walk down to Seven Sisters. I love that walk.
Right.
Getting steps in,
Yeah, there's quite a few steps to get in there, mate.
Some walk, isn't it? It is some walk.
Right, moving on to our programme special. Just a reminder for anyone that wants to send in anything for us to review. Our Twitter handle or X is @THFC Programme, and email the Tottenham Programme @gmail.com. This week, Frankie Hall got in touch via email to suggest his first visit to White Hart Lane. So, this one is Tottenham 3, West Ham 1 from November 2012. Not sure if you've got much memory of this one, Paul, so I'll try and enlighten you a little bit. We had AVB as manager at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Aurelio Gomez was still at the club. And so was Brad Friedel and Hugo Lloris. So it was sort of crossover of the guards there. What's that, sorry?
Who started?
Who started? It was Hugo Lloris. Brad Friedel was on the bench.
Yeah.
So I'll get to the lineups in a minute. David Cameron was our Prime Minister. Top news story of the day was flooding and storms across the UK. So nothing's changed, mate. Has it really? 800 homes in the southwest were evacuated and completely ruined.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
UK number 1 was Troublemaker by Ollie Murs.
Okay, yeah.
And the Twilight Saga and Skyfall premiered at the cinema. I remember going to watch Skyfall.
That's James Bond, yeah?
Yeah, it's James Bond, yeah.
Yeah, we're not a big Bond fan.
No?
I do remember the big hurrah though. It's a big hoo-ha around it, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a great one. I love that film. I like a lot of the James Bonds, to be honest. So, matchday programme was £3.50.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than today's programme. So they've obviously come down in price since then. Sandro takes the front cover. And we are wearing a white Under Armour kit with Erasma was our sponsor. So only a little bit of red. It's one little red dot on the Erasma. The rest of it is all navy blue. It looks lovely, this kit, mate. And it's got a collar. And I love kits with collars.
Yeah, I remember it. By the way, Sandro got Tottenham, by the way. Let's have that right.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He got Spurs down to a T, mate.
Yeah. 100%. So, just reading through the programme, Darren Anderton was at the double in a Legends game, beating Lee Valley FC 3-0. And let me just read some of these legends out. Paul Miller, Tony Galvin, Stuart Nethercott, Justin Edinburgh, Clive Wilson, Andy Sitton and Mark Falco all featured against Lee Valley FC. back in 2012. And the Lone Watch, Jermaine Defoe made his first start at Nottingham Forest. Danny Rose featured in Sunderland's 3-1 win over Fulham.
Yeah.
Adam Smith, obviously now at Bournemouth, was at Millwall as they beat Leeds United. So that's some of the players that we had out on loan at the time. Obviously,
Hold on. I'm not having Nethercott as a legend.
Mate, he's in a Legends game. What can I say?
Yeah. Fucking I should be playing then.
He's up there, isn't he, with one of the worst defenders I think we've ever had.
Oh, Stuart, mate, listen, 10 out of 10 for effort, but nah.
Who would you say is worse than him if you had?
Mate, yeah, there's a couple. Springs to mind, Gary Doherty. He springs to mind. He weren't great. We've had some fucking Bunchen-Chavich. We've had some bad defenders. Sol Campbell, how shit was he, by the way?
You said his name, mate.
Yeah, no, we've had a few, but yeah, Nev's right up there. No disrespect if you're listening. I'm sure you're not.
Okay, so the cheapest ticket for this game was £48.
Okay.
The most expensive.
I'm guessing back then it was still category A, wasn't it? Yeah.
Category A, but it's starting to rise at this point because some of the programs that we've done, cheapest tickets, like 2006, for example, when we done that Chelsea one, cheapest ticket there was £28 category A. So it's gone up £20 in, what would that be, 8 years.
Yeah.
So
well, I remember having the old season ticket booklets. You remember you used to go and collect them, and I think it was when we got Champions League, and you know, overnight it went from quite reasonable, like £399 to like £780.
Which this was 2 years after that Champions League season.
Yeah. It was just like,
Yeah, so no, you are right. It definitely, you can see where it does seem to rocket, and Levy thought to himself, yeah, I can nick a few quid here. We haven't got Champions League anymore, but they're still paying the prices.
Yeah, well that's it. Supply and demand, isn't it?
Yeah. Connor Scott, William Scripps, Lewis Burrows. Recognise any of those names?
No,
probably not, to be honest, but they all featured in the newborn section. So they will, they'll all be 14 now.
Fucking hell.
Happy birthday, boys.
Yeah, fantastic.
Last time out, the previous game to this West Ham one, we lost 5-2 to Arsenal at the Emirates. And that was the game where we had the half black, half grey kit. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, did we go 2-0 in that game? Adebayor?
Well, I thought we did, but we didn't, no. We went 1-0 up with Adebayor, and then it went to 3-1 before Bale scored in the 70th. No, it would have gone 4-1, sorry. And then Bale scored 70 minutes, Walcott got the 5th in the 90th minute. So.
See, but like most teams will go away to their rival, just go off script for a little bit and go 2-0 up and think, yeah, we've got this in the bag. You don't do that at Tottenham.
No.
You almost fear for it. He goes, oh no, we've woken the beast now. We're
going to turn into it, isn't it?
Prime Tottenham. We're going to turn into prime Tottenham and you're going to win this.
Yeah. So we went into this West Ham game in not great form, to be honest. I think we hadn't won in 5. Oh no, hold on. 3 straight league defeats we had going into this West Ham game.
So our lineup, good for us at the moment, isn't it? That's good. We'll take that.
Yeah.
Only 3. No, mate. Give him a pay rise.
So Tottenham's lineup. AVB obviously was our manager at the time. We had Lloris in goal. We had a back 4 of Kyle Walker, Michael Dawson, Stephen Corker, and Jan Vertonghen was playing left back this day.
Okay.
Then we had Tom Huddleston and Sandro sitting in the midfield.
Big up, Sandro. Big you up.
We had Aaron Lennon on the right, Clint Dempsey in the number 10 role with Gareth Bale on the left and Jermaine Defoe up top.
Yeah. This is when Bale, this is probably Yeah, like, because I think he did, he'd certainly become a world name under Redknapp, didn't
Yeah.
he? But he had a season under AVB where he was just different level.
Yeah.
Different level, man.
To go through West Ham's, if you remember any of theirs, they'd just got promoted under Sam Allardyce. I think this was their first season back in the Premier League. They had Jussi Jaskalainen as their goalkeeper. O'Brien, Tompkins, Reed and McCartney was their back four. Mega, Diarme, O'Neill and Noble was their midfield, Mark Noble there. And Kevin Nolan behind Andy Carroll. So,
Decent strike force, to be fair.
yeah. Our substitutes, not bad actually. Brad Friedel, William Gallas, Carl Norton, Musa Dembele, Gylfi Sigurdsson, Jake Livermore and Tom Carroll.
Musa Dembele on the bench.
On the bench, yeah. He come on the 80th minute for Aaron Lennon.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What's to become, eh?
Now this was a game that Jermaine Defoe stole the show really against his former team. So he took the ball pretty much on the halfway line, run forward with it. The West Ham defenders just kept jockeying. And then as they thought he was going to go inside, he cut outside with the outside of his right foot and then just shot and it rocketed. Jaskalainen, no chance whatsoever. One of those classic goals put us 1-0 up.
I'm disappointed with myself, mate. I don't remember it. I know when you brought
You'll
up the
know
year,
it when you see it.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I would. And 2012. So what month was it?
November.
Yeah, so like Caitlin would have been young, so maybe I definitely weren't at the game. I know that, but
my daughter Ellie was born on the 13th of November, and this game was 25th of November. So I was probably on paternity leave at the time, and sat and watched it. Yeah, I mean, mate, you will know the goal when you see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google it up and just refresh my memory. But he got two.
Yeah, the second goal was from Gareth Bale. So Clint Dempsey sort of chipped it over the West Ham defence with Bale, and he slotted it past Jaskalainen and it hit the post and went in with the outside of his left foot. And then the second Defoe goal was Aaron Lennon broke down the right, crossed it in, and a classic Defoe goal, that one really. And then Andy Carroll scored a header with the back of his head on the 82nd minute, but that was just a consolation. They was not good. Spurs' next 4 games are against Leicester twice and Newcastle twice. So they'll be pleased, basically, that we got that result after a run of 3 defeats. It was weren't your most classic of Tottenham West Ham, but re-watch it for the goal. 25th of November 2012, Tottenham 3, West Ham 1.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll definitely do that.
And we beat the Scum 3-1.
Well, while we're on West Ham, obviously I was there when I don't go away much. I can't get tickets because obviously we got diehard fans that have been going for years. I was there when Salteri scored that goal.
Yeah. I wasn't for that one. I was there when, do you remember when Bale scored the goal? Tom Carroll's assist.
The assist that Tom Carroll dines off.
Yes. Yeah, I was there for that one. I weren't there for Stalteri's, but I remember where I was.
Because that was AVB. So was that the away game in the same season then? Or was that the season after, you think?
I'm not 100%. I'll check that one in a minute.
Yeah, because that was AVB. I know he won over to AVB, didn't he? Because
it was 3-2, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was almost like a Rooney moment. You know, remember against Newcastle, he was upset with something and he just remember the volley like 30 yards out, just out of anger. Bale sort of did the same thing. He got nicked and the ref didn't give the free kick, and he
It
just
was
picked
the
it up.
same season, mate. It was. So we
Was
done
it
double
the
on them
away
that
game?
season. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and he.
was February 2013.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah, and he just rifled it. But yeah, as I say, that season Bale was just untouched. The amount of goals, I think even the last game of the season was at Southampton, and we were
Yeah.
struggling to break them
Well,
down.
that
And he
was his
just,
last one for us.
yes, he went to Real Madrid, but oh mate, he just kept us on the coattails. He was brilliant that season, a joy to watch.
He was. And
Lovely.
whilst we're on West Ham, that's our next
Mm,
game.
mm,
So
mm.
moving
Funny that,
swiftly
isn't it?
on.
Funny
Yeah.
that, like we planned it. Bloody hell.
So moving swiftly on.
Yes.
What's your thoughts?
Well, the faults are, mate. They need to just take their beating and just fuck off. I don't want any complications. The performance is one thing, the result is another. I want both.
Yeah.
I'm very much Frank in. I appreciate all the work he's done at Brentford. He's earned this shot with us, and it needs to be given time. But performances need to get better. We need to see some sort of project. We need to see players develop. And for me, it's got to start with West Ham. Anything other than that, unfortunately, I do think the club will just be forced to get rid of him because the fan base, let's have it, the majority of the fan base are not having him at all.
Yeah.
No? So, yeah, I don't want to say last chance because I do think even if he does well, and then for say we don't beat Dortmund, I think he's going to be back to square one, which I think is unfair. But
Well, especially Dortmund are second in Bundesliga, so they're not like a shabby outfit.
But, I'm actually going to that game with a Dortmund fan, and he will tell you they're not great. Like, it's a poor Dortmund
Yeah,
team.
but we're not great at the minute.
No,
It's a poor Tottenham team, so
I get that. So I don't think it is a poor Tottenham team. I don't think it is.
I think with the injuries that we've got, I think it's not the best right
No,
now.
and the fact we're relying on kids up front or people are not Premier League proven. However, European football is a completely kettle of fish, and I don't think Dortmund's going to sit back. I think they're going to come and have a go. So hopefully that would play in. So yeah, back to West Ham. Look, he's got to win. He's got to do it with a bit of style. And I want to see the players enjoy themselves. So over to you, mate.
So to come on to it properly, I think we do need to touch on the transfer window. And obviously we've got a new guy in Conor Gallagher, who will most likely be making his debut. That, for me, is a sort of lift, not just for the fans, but for the players, that I think makes this a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be clipped up, but I think this is the easiest prediction of a Tottenham win.
Okay. Do you think the Gallagher effect, do you?
I do. Yeah, because I think the energy that he's going to give us is going to be infectious through the whole team. And that's going to definitely encroach into the stands. And the fans are going to react to that. If we lose, I think that's a sackable offence.
Yeah, I can't argue with you, mate.
To this West Ham. It's not obviously to any previous West Ham team. We've lost to West Ham before. But to this West Ham, no. You beat them.
No, I'm with you, mate.
They're no confidence at the minute. I've watched them. They are rubbish. Even Bowen isn't playing particularly well at the minute. I think the only player that is causing problems is Somerville. And he is quite pacey. So I think Porro needs to sort of watch that unless Spence starts at the right. Paqueta will not be involved, I'm assuming, because he's trying to push his move through to Flamengo. He's the threat through the middle gone. Defensively, they look suspect. I don't know if either of that's left back and right back are back from the AFCON. They had Wan-Bissaka and Diouf both there. I'm not sure where their countries are at AFCON, so couldn't tell you on that one. I think Wan-Bissaka might be back, which will push Kyle Walker-Peters to left back. But ultimately, when you look at the two teams and how low on confidence they are, and even though they beat QPR, it's in extra time, that's a game that they're going to be having week in, week out next year, QPR, Championship Club, and they drew it home to them in
Yeah, no,
90
listen,
minutes.
it all points to a convincing Spurs performance and win. Just need to understand, we've
We've got to go on
seen.
the front foot.
Yeah, we just need to be aggressive, mate, and we can't give them nothing. We just got to snuff it out.
Especially now you've got a manager like Xabi Alonso who is waiting there. There's a legitimate option which we haven't had and we spoke about in previous weeks. So if you sack Frank, then what? Well,
Yeah,
now there is an option. If you sack Frank, it's Xabi Alonso. Whether you can convince him to come or what, I don't know. Another bit of interesting news is John Heitinger has joined our first team coaching team this week. Now,
yeah,
he is someone that, not obviously Tottenham as a full-time position, but he's someone that has got the experience and could take it on at an interim level through his
yeah.
experience of managing teams.
I see a lot of fans say to put two and two together.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's an interesting one, but even if we win, as you say, a bad performance against Dortmund follows, you're back to square one, I think, with the way the fan base feel about him right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, mate, that a lot of fans have made their mind up. So, and he's got to go on a run. I personally think he's capable. I do think he can get it right given time. He's proven that at Brentford. Whether we're too big a job, whether it's too toxic a job for him at the moment, I'm not sure. I've got no doubt that he will go away from Spurs when he does lose his job, which he inevitably will one day, and he'll go on to do good things. I've got no doubt about that.
So I'm going 3-1. What are you saying?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 4-1.
4-1. Okay.
Yeah. I think they'll score. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So obviously Gallagher's announced he's done. Happy with the signing?
Yes, very much so. Yeah. Just going back to what we said earlier about doing things slightly different. By all accounts, it was done pretty quickly.
Yeah.
He was considering Villa. I'm not sure Atletico accepted Villa because it was only a loan with an obligation. But as soon as we come in, I think we got the go ahead from him, and yeah, we put the money down. Job done.
Quickly
Move on.
as well. Yeah. And
Move on.
I do feel that this is one of those sort of things that if Gallagher, if we was after him and there was a chance of getting him, if Levy was still here, I do think that would have gone to the wire. I don't think it would have happened mid-window like this has.
Mm.
So I do think there's a definite difference there. Sousa, obviously, he had his medical yesterday, so likelihood is he's going to be announced today. Won't obviously be in the squad for West Ham. I don't think he's planning to be because I think he's got to go back to Brazil and say his goodbyes and stuff, so probably won't see much of him until the next week or 2 weeks, really, by the time he's sort of come in, had time to settle in. But from what you hear of him, listening to Tim Vickery, who knows his South American football, he's really highly rated him.
Yeah, I saw the snippet. Yeah, all bodes well. He was right about the Valise. So
Yeah,
let's hope he's right about this the fullback. Yeah, I don't know too much about him. We could have an Emerson Royale on our hands,
yeah,
or we could have I think someone compared him to Marcelo.
yeah.
So we could have someone in between. Who knows? But it's good that we've got, because I thought last couple of games, even with Ben Davies in it, and bless him, like he's getting on a bit. Just having a natural left footer,
Makes a
even though
difference, doesn't it?
yeah, and Spence ain't done nothing wrong. Let's put that on
Yeah,
record as well. But he's it would be good to have another natural, left footer, and let's hope we can keep Ndoggy fit, so they can have a bit of, competition for each other.
Now, future transfer targets, the two that I do seem to keep seeing us linked with is Akaluch of Monaco and Hayden Hackney of Middlesbrough. They keep coming up as links, and both of them, not one or the other, both of them is the reporting that we're looking at tying those up by the end of the window. Any thoughts on either of them?
Well, obviously we saw Matey Boy play against us for Monaco. He forced Vicario into a couple of good saves. It's difficult with the French league, but by all accounts, this guy is highly rated.
He's rated very highly.
Yeah. He looked alright. He looked good against us.
In France, they're basically saying that he's the next like Cherky, who's just gone to City. So he's the next one that they're sort of raving about. So yeah, I think anyone like that, I think you've got to take a punt on, haven't you?
How many times have you heard that though?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was the next Ginola.
No one's been him since.
He's the next Ginola. Ooh, Chadley? I'm not day off, mate. What?
I don't know an awful lot about Akaluch, but I have seen Hayden Hackney. And I've watched him a couple of times, and he has impressed me a lot. He is your deep line player. He can get forward as well, but he is much more sort of sit in front defence and sprays passing. He's got a bit of nastiness in him as well, which I think I like that. I don't want to take that out of him. And definitely a profile of midfielder that we haven't got in our squad at all. So that'd be a welcome move for me.
It would be, yeah. I don't know what it will mean for Hall, who apparently is very similar, but I've got a guy I work with. He's
as I've said before, though, you need two in your squad.
No, you do. You do need two in your squad. What that means for Paulina as well, Hackney is a guy that I work with, is a Fulham fan, and he went the other day. I think they played Borough, and he was like, "Yeah, mate." After about 10 minutes, you could tell he was just head and shoulders above any player in Borough's team and Premier League ready. So, yeah.
Well,
I've not seen him play myself.
If you did want to watch him play, they are playing West Brom tonight on Sky Sports, so you can get your Hackney feel there. Dragusin, now he's been talking a lot, as he does. He's been linked.
Is it him or is it his agent?
It's his agent, Dragusin's agent.
Yeah, loves it. And do you know what? We've not had that this year. Like when you think it's all crisis behind the scenes, what normally tells me it's going bad. You get a lot of these agents coming out and stirring the pot, and it's only his agent Touch Wood that's really done that this year. So he's off to Roma, is he?
Well, Roma and RB Leipzig are the two teams that are in for him.
Right.
So I've got a feeling that'll happen, but from all accounts from the Tottenham side, that'll only happen if they get a replacement. So I've not seen us linked with any defenders. So I'd be interested as to who we go for, because I don't think another right-footed centre-half makes sense, but a left-footed as cover for Van der Ven makes perfect sense. So be interesting to see what way we go there.
Yeah, interesting.
And Tell is trying to force a move to FC Paris, who have made contact with Tottenham about a loan deal. We can't be letting him go, can we?
I think we can afford to, mate, if I'm honest. No, not unless, I don't know, we recall Mikey Moore. I'm not sure if we've even got the option to do that. And he's doing well out there, to be fair. So would we want to stump his growth? I'm not sure. I don't think we can afford to let him go.
See, Mikey Moore's playing as a number 10. He's not playing on the wing. He's playing centrally for Rangers.
Well, I watched the Celtic game the other day and he was on the wing. But when they broke, he was cutting inside. So primarily he's on the wing, and they played him on the left, funny enough.
Okay.
They played him on the left, but he's it's a tough one, isn't it? Personally, I would keep Tell. Maybe if we had Kudos fully fit and Kubileski back and you know. But I thought the issue with him weren't game time because he's got to play now, isn't he? We know that.
Yeah.
It's not playing down the middle.
Yeah. That is it. Okay, so I think we've touched on those things.
Yeah.
Just a quick one. Before our game against West Ham, Manchester Derby Saturday lunchtime with our former player Michael Carrick, and John Woodgate in the.
Oh yeah. Woodgate's gone to number 2. Yeah.
He's gone as number 2. They're both going to be in a dugout for that Manchester Derby.
Yeah. I hope they
What
both
do you make of all that?
If I'm honest, I hope they both get beat.
Do you?
Yeah, of course I do. Well, you don't.
I'm not too fussed, really.
Oh, mate, we need City to keep putting on the pressure on them lot.
I'd like it, but I don't know, mate. Do you see them throwing away that now? I think the 3 draws that West Ham have done the 3 draws that Man City have done over Christmas, I think has just blown it apart now.
Well, that's the thing. It's not low, is it? Because they had the chance to go 8, and typical set up at home not to win. I promise you, if anyone can do it, yeah, it's that cunt in charge. I promise you.
What I will say is watching City the other night with Semenyo there, that takes them up a level, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well,
because he looked good.
He looks good. I think it's a good fit for City, if I'm honest, mate. And if anything, I think Cherky's coming to his own. They look good. If they were to get Gay in, then you would really fancy them to start keeping clean sheets, and they're always going to score.
Got to keep Rodri fit.
Need to keep Rodri fit. Need to add a good centre back and maybe get Stones back. But look, Arsenal are a quality team, as much as it hates me to say it. But if anyone can mess it up, I'm hoping it is Arteta. But we'll see.
Yeah. Well, look, are you going the weekend?
I am, mate. Yes, I'm over there. So I'll be wrapping up warm and hopefully be coming home with a smile on my face. Do you know what I might try? I might try the little Chinese spot that you go to every game.
Yeah, mate. That's. Do you know? I've not always done that. I've just done it last year throughout the Europa League, and it became a bit of a good luck thing. So I thought I'm going to carry it on all the way through, and until the final as well. I went there on the day of the final, so I went to that Chinese every Europa League game, and we won.
That's right. Yeah.
Every single time I had Chinese, we won. And the one time that I didn't, which was Frankfurt, I had pizza in the stadium, and we drew. And when I had a jerk chicken, it was against Roma, and we drew. But every other game, I had Chinese, and we won every single one.
Yeah, well, just for the listeners, we've only been going for a couple of years together, and we don't go every week, obviously, with family commitments and whatnot. But every time we've been together, Dan, we've never lost.
No, we haven't. Yeah, because the Roma was a draw, wasn't it? Frankfurt, we didn't sit next to each other anyway. I think we was in different parts of the stadium. So, yeah, you're right. We haven't lost once.
Yeah, Frankfurt, we didn't lose anyway. That was 1-1, wasn't it?
That was 1-1, yeah.
And even Roma, if I remember rightly, that was a last-minute goal to get them a point.
It was, yeah. It was, because we was winning 2-1, weren't we? And then we conceded, I think it is after 90th minute.
So all we need to do, get an away season ticket and an home season ticket, and we'll win a lot, mate.
Right, just a reminder for those wanting us to review any games that might be special to them. Could be best game you've seen, worst game you've seen, your first ever game, anything that's got special memories there. Twitter and X handle at THFC Programme. That's at THFC Programme, and then email the Tottenham Programme at gmail.com.